Hello, Sneaky Chiefy here with the Art of Warfare. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned Land Nomad map. Team number one is Stiigletz, who is Saracens. Circa, who honestly I'm not sure who Circa is in the Tall clan. He might be Smurf account of somebody else, but
Sveiki.
Circa is Lithuanians, and Alki Hal is the third member of Team 1, who is playing as
I found him.
the Turks. Team 2 is Crimson Prince. And I navigate to him real quick, see who he's playing as.
Salve.
The Italians. Be interesting on a all land map. Mr. Crow on Team 2 is the Chinese. They must have gone random civs for this one. And then DigitZ is the third player on Team 2. Let's see who DigitZ is running as. He's running as the Hunt, so that's a pretty good draw for him. I have not watched this map, so here to guide you along, comment, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's see how it plays out, shall we? I'm just going to speed up for the beginning here. We're view locked on DigitZ, who's building his TC right away. Let's jump over to somebody on Team 1, shall we? Let's see what Stiigletz is up to. He's building his in the other opposite corner. Interesting. And we have flares from Team 1. Looks like they're going far corners strat. It's a good one. It's a good one. I can feel that. And Mr. Crow is building right next to DigitZ in that top corner. And then we got Alki here building near his teammate Circa. And between them is Crimson Prince as the Italian. So Crimson Prince is kind of stuck on the southern end of the map in between enemies. See how that plays out. Stiegletz's super corner strat is not a bad bet. Honestly, I've been caught in the middle on Land Nomads before and really wish that I had been a bit more conservative with my placement. He's got everything he needs too. I mean, he's got the wood, he's got plenty of food around with the boar and the pigs, he's got gold and stone, so why not build right with it? Right there in the corner. Mr. Crow's got himself a little herd, not bad. DigitZ has himself a boar and some goats, some gold and stone and wood, so he's all set. It'll be really interesting to see how this plays out with Crimson Prince, who's looking pretty solid too. Look at all these pigs. Good lord. How many you got here? 13. 13 and counting. Not a bad herd at all. So Huns, Chinese, and Italians versus Lithuanians, Saracens, and alcohol is Turks. I don't know, I feel like Team 1's got the better setup with Saracens, Huns, and Turks. Or Saracens, Lithuanians, and Turks. We'll see. So far we don't have any aggression, which is to be expected. Mr. Crow going out and scouting. Although it looks like they have fully map explored already, which is an interesting setting. So for those of you who are not part of the Tall clan, we typically play, or no, typically we do play as a group every Wednesday and Saturday night. And we generally have a few announcements in what we call the mandatory meetings, and then we break up into small groups to play either ranked or unranked games. This one's an unranked, obviously, amongst Tall members, just for fun, trying different stuff. Just the other day we did a mega random, which was a little bit insane, but it's always fun to change it up and try new things. So it looks like Circa at the top was the first to get to feudal age. Let's jump over to his view and see what we got. Down in the corner, excuse me. Walling up pretty tight already. So he's going for a fast castle. Dropping the blacksmith market right away. And let's take a look at this eco here. Well, maybe not a fast castle. He's still got a lot of food to collect. Stiigletz. Yeah, we got 2 people researching castle already. Crimson Prince. Is that Mr. Crow? I don't know, it's tough when you're colorblind. Again, this is where the... Oh, look at this. We got Stiigletz making some archers already. Not surprising. Oh, look at this expansion here. Really interesting layout. Huh. And he sees the enemy, obviously. Let's see what kind of pressure he can put on early here. Cut off the boar. That'll help. He's cut off the stone. Although I'm sure there's other stone that we can get. Everyone knows Saracens take out buildings fast with those archers. So far not in the heart of the eco, so to speak. And Crimson's responding with the watchtower. Oh, he's already got his castle up as well. So he cut off the stone, but not quite in time.
Nom.
Crimson's going with the anti-cav archers, Genoese crossbowmen. I don't know if that's going to work against general expos, but... Stiigletz is all in on those archers. Meanwhile, we got the Turks with the stable. It's interesting though, he could always just drop a castle. Yeah, stable for a scout rush. Mr. Crow has done a good job of sealing off the corner here. Completely. And look at this, there's so much open space in the middle and the top right. It's so funny to see everybody kind of migrate to the edges. Nice Land Nomad for you, never know what you're going to get. So Circa puts pressure on Stiigletz here. Or puts pressure on Crimson with Stiigletz. That would be very effective. Circa's got the Lithuanian cavalry, so that could do a lot of work. Cutting off the wood. Stiglitz's wood here. Good move. Not much military yet from Crimson's teammates. He's flaring for help. Yeah, Stiigletz is the most army at 21. What's going on over here? DigitZ has got some Hunnish knights going up against Turkish scout cav. And then we have an archer battle continues down here. The towers is a good move though. Put some towers in there, push them away. And we have a cavalry battle up top. Yep. Turks pushing out anti-cav camels. Spearmen, just chasing off those cavalry. Still haven't seen much from Circa yet. I think he might be a random. Not sure if he's a tall member or not. But here we go, finally with the Lightest. Generates gold with their attacks. Pretty effective. Pretty effective late game unit with that gold generation. Just chasing him around. Again, I'm gonna have to. If Team 1 wants to win, they're gonna need to press on Crimson from both sides. If they let him boom, it's gonna be. Oh, look at this. Almost completely sealed, not quite. I wonder if you saw that. Got in there. Mr. Crow walling like a demon. Amazing. Map control is very important in Nomad. Anything can happen. I think they've started to figure out where everybody is, although I think for Team 2's perspective, they still do not know where Circa is. I'm going to jump over to Alki's perspective. Oh, I thought he pushed deeper with those scouts. Alright, Stiigletz has switched to light cav 2 to get some raiding in. It's a smart play. Scouting a bit. The main damage is going to come from the battering ram. He's got a mix of crossbows and killing skirms, which would be really good against these Genoese crossbowmen who DigitZ has not put out any other type of unit except these crossbowmen. Getting a lot of bills here. Damaging the only TC, I believe. Yeah, the only TC for DigitZ. Nope, he does have another one. Plenty of room to expand up north too. DigitZ does. Oh, sorry, Crimson Prince does. Now here we've got Knights coming. Since he sees all the. Oh, he's got two other TCs. He sees all the archers by Stiigletz, so Crimson Prince responding with Knights. Battle up top is kind of quiet. No help coming for Crimson Prince as of yet. And Circa just slowly doing stuff in the corner, not much. Those cannons will do work. Here's Crow supporting with Chukunu. A special unit archers coming in. Stiigletz has taken out the first TC. Very well done. There's a lot of castle defense though in Crimson. So that'll make it slow going for Stiigletz. Forward castle from Mr. Crow. Two of them in fact, holding the line in the north. I want to say he is a bit susceptible to the west, where he hasn't quite expanded out yet. I'm going to jump to Mr. Crow's perspective and see what he's seeing. Got a bunch of Imperial Age coming in now. Should start to see some trebuchets. Circa just booming in the corner. No military. Yeah. Circa's got the highest score and the lowest military unit count, so he's just having himself a ball down there. But here we go, we got some trebuchets coming. He's going to slowly pick a fight with Crimson. And these elite lighters should do a lot of work, but wait for him to push. Looks like DigitZ is finally coming down to support his teammate in the south. It's such a weird layout though, this like all along one edge and all along the other. And I just love how Stiigletz has expanded just along the edge here. Not venturing out at all, taking what resources he needs along the edge. Versus DigitZ, who has expanded very well, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4 TCs probably now. For Crimson, rather. Genoese crossbowmen are taking out regular crossbowmen from Saracens, though. I'd imagine these will become Arbalasters in a minute now. Meanwhile, we have full Hussars. This looks like it's going to be Hussars and Camels from the Turks. There's some Tarkans from the Huns, though I was going to say Cav Archers are probably more what you'd expect. Look at all those stables. Still anyone's game, the score is certainly close, but I'm liking Team 1's position as of now. Although, as the Saracens expand north, so does Crimson. He just keeps building out north, taking more ground because there's so much space. If this, look at all this army, if this was pushing in with his team, it'd be so effective, but it's not, it's just wasted, it's just sitting there, letting Crimson Prince survive. We'll see. Knights should clean up. These crossbowmen are caught out in the open. Yep, there goes Stiegletz's army. And he's a little exposed through here, so we'll see what happens. Sirka's army's coming to support. Still not elite Genoese crossbowmen. Stiglitz is walling in, that's good, just in time it looks like. Meanwhile, this is a stalled fight. We have some Trebs working, which is good for Crow. Looks like Crow is holding firm against Blue. No problems. Red's expanded to the other corner. And he's broken in. He didn't quite wall in time, unfortunately. But he's retreating, I guess. This pike might be a trick. And this army from Sirka's moving in. This is just what Team 1 needed. The double pressure. Red is there to support, but this is a lot of halberdiers. These are fully upgraded. Looks like they have almost everything. And they'll win this fight against the Huns, certainly. Second castle down. Nope, I think first castle down for Crimson. The Chikumu making work. Oh, we got bombard cannons from the Turks. Not too surprising. These elite Chukunu should clean up down here, though. I don't see much army left for Alki. So while Crimson Prince is getting taken out of the game, so is Alki. If you look at the score, they're about even. And it looks like Crimson's migrating even further north. Why not? There's plenty of space for it. DigitZ's army barely escapes. All 7 units, 6 units. Oh, is this a Doubt Castle? Looks like it. Better delete that before it's attacked. I don't think he even started building it. Forward TC done. Oh, Sirka sees it. It's asking for support. Yep, good. Asking for a lane in which to support, I should say. There's not much from Crow. I mean, it's good. Couple, 4 Trebs and plenty of Chukunu, but an army of Litus should clean that up. I don't know how much Litus he's got left, though. So Sirka's now got the most military with 92, though it's mostly halberdiers. Here's the Litus. There's some cav. Might want to leave those at home against these Chukunu. Here's the real Doubt Castle. Let's see it. He'll probably get this up, though he will lose a lot of bills. Yep, there it is. That should help. Lose 1 or 2 Chukunu. Though these Trebs have just done massive damage against the first row buildings. Red is migrated as well. This is where the main battle is at the moment. Mr. Crow pushing hard. It's a lot of elites you can do. It's no joke. And some cavaliers from the Huns too. Yeah, this cavalry is good. It's a good combo between archers and cav, but that's a lot of army from Circa, so this is where it comes to a head. Interesting choice to go right for the siege with those cavalry and let the halberdiers be a meat shield. Looks like it's gonna work. Very effective save. Just barely saved that castle from Circa. And taking out another castle in the process. Stiigletz is coming in to support. Pikemen. And here's Crimson with a few Genoese crossbowmen. Not out yet. Certainly not out of the woods. Looks like Crow will lose this forward castle. I don't see any villagers trying to save it. Will Crow continue to build Shikanu? I suspect he will. These Lithuanian... Let's see, yeah, I don't know. He must have a lot of 14 plus 6 is a fully upgraded paladin, strongest in the game at this point. He must have found those relics somewhere in the map. I wasn't even paying attention to that, but knowing Lithuanians, he did. Genoese elite, finally. Genoese crossbowman churning out from the corner here. Good job by Crimson Prince, who doesn't have much pressure on him anymore. All the pressure is kind of moved onto this northeastern front, northwestern front. These paladins are just going to do work because we got Shikanu and elite Genoese. Well, elite Genoese crossbowmen are anti-cav, but they haven't quite massed up to be effective.
What's that?
And the Huns are just going to get eaten alive by this pikeman. Another castle down thanks to these two trebs, slowly but surely. Good support. I will say, DigitZ and Crow are playing really well together, and if you look at Crow's score, it's just about matched with Cirkin, so it's the two MVPs of the match. Here come the Lithuanian cavalry through a hole maybe in the north. We'll see. Look at these streaming archers though. Just so many. And here's some trash halberdiers from Mr. Crow as well. I don't know, I'm going to look to see Stiigletz make a push from the south. If we can get some siege going. It'll be tough though, look at this. He's all Genoese crossbowmen all day and a siege workshop from Crimson. He's not out of it. It could swing right back. Could swing right back into Team 2's favor. Huns versus Lithuanians here. Shikanu could turn the tide. Those paladins from the Huns are hurt. There's some halberdiers though with the Chinese. More paladins coming from the Huns. What a battle. No joke. Great job using the wall to your advantage there. Just choke point like no one's business. But he is hemmed in on both sides. Good job by Alcohol. And the Trebs are still alive and still pushing. Looks like this is gonna be in Team 2's favor. They just have more army at this point because meanwhile down here, this is real trouble for Stiigletz. There's the siege, the bombard cannon. And he's going to do another castle right on his face. Where did he get all this stone? I'm impressed. He found it up north. Castles, 1, 2, 3. Crazy. Craziness. Meanwhile, Alcohol is in a tough position here. There's the Saracen Arbalasters. Mr. Chromos not even paying attention because he put himself in harm's way there. But as long as these Genoese crossbowmen keep the camels off, the paladins from the Huns should do work. But these Lightus, I mean, that's a lot of a lot of cav there. Man, they just churn those Vietnamese crossbows just churn up those camels. Stiigletz is in a bad way on this side. Hussars, I don't know, it's not a good matchup against the Italian archers. What do you do though at that point? I mean, you got to make your own archers. It's got to be arbalesters as the Saracens against the Genoese crossbowmen. It would be arbalesters and siege rams. Easier said than done, of course. Stiigletz. Oh, yeah, he's upset. What the hell? Oh boy. Too funny. Yeah, I'd like to see these Lithuanian paladins find a hole. It's not much through there, you know, it's just a couple palisade walls, but I don't think they've scoped that out. They don't know about it. I remembered making a wall up here earlier, but it's too late now. I'll have to look elsewhere. These trash units doing work, but at this point, alcohol's out of the game. Yeah, those halberdiers did a good job. Looks like Team 2 pushed those paladins away, so he may be sending them to south to help Stiigletz. That's a tough army. We were talking about massing Genoese crossbowmen. Crimson did do just that. Even an army of paladins will find that to be a hard matchup. Got a little bombard cannon army too. It's devastatingly effective. Stiigletz ain't quitting though. This Saracen crossbowman took out the gate himself, did what Purple just didn't do. Could have, but didn't do. Raiding with an army of 11 arbalesters while he's being raided down south. It's tough for Stiigletz because he did expand, but he was limited. Like, he couldn't push any farther north. What with Crimson Prince there. Oh, bummer.
Nam?
Tough game for Team 1. Team 2 ended up pulling it out. And props to Crimson for bending and not breaking. Although he did have plenty of room to escape. I'd have to agree with Stiigletz on this one. If Circa had pushed with what he had much sooner, it would have been a whole different story. As it was, Crimson had time to get out of there and rebuild and reboom, and that shifted the tide when the battle shifted up north. These guys are still doing work up here. Let's see what Stiigletz sees. The last 10 arbs. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Land Nomad TAW match. It's one of many, and if you're interested at all, go to taw.net. That's TAW.net, and submit a request to join our clan. We'd love to have you. We, like I said, play every Wednesdays and Saturdays as a team, but we also have situation scenario games on Sundays. We set up tournaments all the time, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, you name it. And it's really just a great group of guys that get together and enjoy Age of Empires. Take care.